Out, it's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with Ryan Tannehill and the visiting Miami Dolphins. That's fielded in the end zone. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. First down, Drake. A strong running. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down. Now Tannehill. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. Tannehill to Landry, good for a Dolphin first down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Drake off the give from Tannehill. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you can see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Right back to Drake. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Well, that was better than the first go-around when he lost yardage, but still nothing there, and that sets up a 3rd and long. Tough spot here.
Put it mildly. Sometimes I wonder if some of that old-school football should come back into play. You know what I would think here? Quick kick. Try and change field position, help out your team.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. Here's Tannehill. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. Past the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jamarcus Lawrence in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Here's Tannehill now on second down. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Running, it's Drake. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on. Don't forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And he'll actually wind up losing about 10 yards here, but no matter, they've got the football back.
And as a defender, if you come with 2 interceptions in a game, that's pretty rare in the NFL. You might see one guy a weekend do that, but to have 2 in the first quarter, that's something you don't see all that often. I have a feeling they'll think twice about throwing in his direction too often.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner, but where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Again, it's Elliott. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. On third down, Elliott. And he'll be knocked down sideways, right at the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Bryant. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. From the 50, it's Tannehill. 20, and he finds Stills, complete. And he's going to be marked down deep in Dallas territory. And a big 32-yard play on third. From the red zone now, Tannehill. Flush to his right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They'll try again with Drake. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Here's Tannehill. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And Stills over the middle. 23 yards on the play. First down now, but that clock rolling. On 1st and 10, Tannehill.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
On the counter, Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A handoff left, Elliott. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. Tenth carry now for Elliott. And he's got some space here. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Prescott from the gun. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Third and short yardage. Prescott. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're talking.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Cameron Wake in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. We can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. On first down, it's Tannehill. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. On first down, Tannehill. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Sean Lee coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. To throw on second down is Tannehill. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a third time here on fourth down. Back to throw, Tannehill. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 21. And it's first down, Miami. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kenyon Drake, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And now a critical extra point attempt here. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Not your normal call in short yardage, but the toss works very well there. Big people out in front, being physical, and they pick up a first down.
They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Tie game late, and the offense really has to be conscious of the clock here as it's becoming a factor late in this ball game. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Andre Branch able to use that strength and get him for a loss of 2. On third down, it's Prescott. Out left side here to Bryant. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Prescott finding his big receiver Bryant there for a Cowboy first down. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And they're going to go soft on the corners. The give is to Elliott. Room here to run. There he goes inside the 30. Now he'll be shoved to the turf that time. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Now Prescott on 4th down. And that's caught by Beasley. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott in the final minute. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture? That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Bailey now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Spins away. There he goes again. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start the drive with Drake. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Gets through, and now an opening. 31 yards there and a first down.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender's bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle.
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. 6 seconds now. 5 seconds.